The last trigonometric ratio that we will be talking about is the tangent. With a tangent, it's still the tangent of an angle. This one is going to be opposite over adjacent. So overall, we've worked with sine, cosine, and tangent. And, you know, it can be challenging trying to figure out which ratio you should use when looking at a picture. So far, it's been kind of easy because I've told you, you know, we're working specifically with the sine or specifically with the cosine. But just in case that you aren't given that option, if you remember SOHCAHTOA, that doesn't really look like an H. SOHCAHTOA. S is for sine. O, opposite. Guess what it's divided by? The H. Hypotenuse. C, cosine. A for adjacent, H for hypotenuse. T, TOA. Tangent equals opposite over adjacent. So if you notice here, we've got an acronym that we can use in order to figure out how to do it. The SO, sine equals O, okay, opposite, H, hypotenuse. And I'm good to go from that, okay? So again, SOHCAHTOA. But anyway, that's just in general when we're working with, I don't tell you whether it's sine, cosine, or tangent. You have to figure it out on your own. Use that acronym. Now some examples with tangent. Let's say that I've got the measure at 60. My opposite is 12, and I am trying to figure out the adjacent. All right, so I've got tangent 60 equals 12 over x. Multiply both sides by x. Now I've got x times tangent 60 equals 12. Going to divide by that tangent 60 to both sides. And when I do that, I get a rough estimate of about 6.9. All right, so looking at this one, I've got the tangent of x equals opposite of x is 8 over 14. Like we've done before, I'm going to have to use the inverse. So it's tangent -1 of 8 over 14 equals x. So when you type this in, it's second tangent of 8 divided by 14. So we get an approximation here of 29.7. So again, we've talked about the sine, we've talked about cosine, and last but not least, tangent. So if you remember that acronym SOHCAHTOA, you will always kind of have an idea of what sides you should be using, whether it's opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse.